What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Carissa Rankin, coming at you guys with your video for today. Good morning. It's Wednesday, June 26th, and it's about 10:36 in the morning. And I said, let me make this video live for always. Hey, Douglas, for other people can comment and give their opinion on whatever. But before we get started, don't forget to press subscribe to the Rankins World channel. And for every time we go live or post a video, you'll be the first one notified by pressing the notification bell. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story about a phone call I just got this morning, and it was just an eerie kind of like phone call. Okay, but I'll wait till some more people to come on, and while I wait for some more people to come in, hold on, let me go ahead and speak. Hey Brandy, hey Douglas, hey everyone, hey Dre, hey Ox, hey everybody coming in, hey, how you doing? Hey, thank you so much, T and B. Thank you so much for just now subscribing to the Rankins World channel. I hope you like it. I hope you find that this channel is very motivating and encouraging. Hey, badass. Hey, how are you doing this morning? Who else coming in? All right, so let me get started. So this morning I got a message saying, why did you tell me to get in the trucking? Like, is this really what I need to be doing? And I was like, arr! And it was like almost 7 o'clock this morning when I got the message. So as soon as I woke up, I read it and I called. Do we need to put on our stuff? No, no. And when I read the message, I was like, that's when I read a message like that, that's a cry for help. That's a cry for your motivation. Jolie, turn it down. You know better. You see I'm making the damn video, boy. All right, anyway, like with me being such a motivational speaker, with me being such a positive and inspiration person, I feel like that's a cry for help. So immediately I told her, I said, call me whenever you find time. I'm always free. And that's one thing the Rankins do. I always try to make sure I give my number. I give you my office number, or I give you my personal number, for you can reach out to me when you get into a time and it's like, you know what? I'm going through something. I need somebody's help, because I know I'm built to motivate. Okay? Hey, Exquisite, how are you? So Ursula called me this morning and she was like, hey Clarissa, I left my career in law enforcement. Hey, how you doing, Jay? And when I left my career in law enforcement, I thought trucking would be it for me. And she said, I just found out that I went to Snyder. I started off at Snyder, and the scheduling just wasn't working for me being OTR. So she ended up leaving Snyder and ended up going to Gordon's Food Service. If y'all don't know what Gordon Food Service is, it's a food service that do basically delivering food, and if you drive the 18-wheeler, but you got to deliver to I think deliver to all different places. Another thing I like about Gordon Food Service is they drive out of a day cab. They don't have a sleeper, and they put you in a hotel every night, or every night you got to stay out. So you'll do like 2 nights out, come home a night, 2 nights out, come home a night, and then you do your weekend. That's what type of job Gordon Food Service is. So I tried to get on at Gordon. They didn't hire me, but they ended up hiring my girl or whatever. Hey, how you doing? So with them hiring her, that schedule worked better for her than working at Snyder. Now, when she was working at Snyder, she was doing OTR. She wasn't driving far, but she was doing OTR. You know what I mean? Like, she was doing more regional, like what I'm doing. So with Snyder, she was being out a week and coming home a couple days. Being out a couple days, then coming home. And that was just doing a little bit too much for her. So that's why she decided to go to Gordon. And then with her going to Gordon, it really worked for her. But she said, Clarissa, I'm starting to have problems with my hand. My hands start going numb. And I'm like, what you mean your hands start going numb? She said, my hands start going numb, and I end up going to the doctor, and come to find out my hand has really been losing nerve. It got nerve damage for the past year. So now it's completely numb. But I wouldn't, and I said, are you serious? She was like, yeah. She said when she was with Gordon, they end up sending her to, I want to say Ohio. I can't remember exactly what she said. They sent her to Ohio to deliver, to pick up a truck. And when she got there, come to find out the truck was a manual. And she was so used to working outside of school, she was trained on a manual, but they put her in an automatic, right? So with them putting her in a manual, she had to use her hand. So that's when she realized she was starting to have problems with her shifting right hand by using the manual stick. Okay? So she was like, Clarissa, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I just got in the trucking. They said I got to drive with this manual truck, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, well, let me just tell you this. I said, because when you sent me that message this morning, it was a cry for help. It was a cry for, I'm in crisis. Something ain't right. And she said, I'm really thinking about going back into law enforcement because I can't shift with my hand. And I got to have surgery done. I'm going to be out for 3 weeks. I really like Gordon. I really like working for them. They got great insurance. They got great benefits. I like staying in the hotel. But what if truck is not for me? And then I just left law enforcement. And then my BL, it's like a law enforcement certification that you have to get every couple years. It's about to expire. So what if I need to go back and not let that expire? But when I was in law enforcement, the money wasn't good. But then I really like trucking, and this is my first year, and the money really ain't good here, but I know it's gonna come. And I said, hold up. Calm down. I said, first, you left law enforcement because you wasn't making no money. That was your second time leaving. I said, you done left law enforcement twice. This will make your third time leaving law enforcement. Leave it where it's at. Do not look in that rearview mirror and try to go backwards. You cannot drive forward in life looking in that rearview mirror. You have to look through that big old windshield. That's what it's there for. Don't look in that rearview mirror and think you left something behind back there. If it's back there, leave it there. Strive forward, push forward. I said you got into trucking because you know it's something better. It might not be meant for you to drive in the truck for 5 to 6 years, but it might meant for you to get into trucking for you can start your own business, like I mentioned last night, because she wants to do like what we're doing is starting a fleet. I said you can't start no fleet, and it's not going to be a good idea to start a fleet in trucking if you don't understand the truck. I said, so right now you just within your first year, but you're running into a hiccup. A hiccup can be numerous of things, but your hiccup is being a very dominant hand that you losing tension in. I said, but who says you got to have your hand like to drive to shift the truck? And she said, what do you mean by that? I got to have it. I said, calm down. Calm down. Do you have to have your hand, or is your brain telling you have to use your hand? Think of your hand as non-existent. You can shift with your doggone arms, with your wrist. You can shift and go up and down with the wrist of your arm. I said you have to make a way out of no way. I said, think about a person being born with no limbs. Being born with like no arms, no legs or anything, being born without a hand. What do? They make it work. They use they nubs to walk on. Say if they was born with no hands, but they still got toes, they use their feet and their toes as fingers to brush their teeth. They accommodate and they make a way to still live a normal life. And I said, think of that to be your example in working in the truck. It don't matter that you don't have the nerves in your hand because you just had surgery done on it, or you're going to have surgery done on it. Just know that you got to still get this experience in to have that 1 year for you can go somewhere else further. I said, and then she said, Gordon really likes me. They really said that I'm a good worker. I love the benefits. I love the insurance. I really like working for them. I said, well, what if you get your year done and they say, hey, look, I really love your personality. I love what you bring to Gordon. We want you to start a fleet here and you don't have to run a truck. Put somebody in a truck. I said, all because you stayed there within a year. You stayed there within a year. You suck it up through pain and working with your hand being very weak and very non-existent. You stayed there with that company and you can build your fleet through that company. What if that's the case? Or what if that the case is you there to get your experience to work with another company? But you had to go through this rough time and learning how to manipulate your way through the system and learning their system to work your own system. You never know what you never know why something is placed in front of you. That's what I'm trying to say. You never know the reason of why is this coming to me? Like, why is this happening to me now? You never know why it's coming to you, because it's teaching you a lesson for the next up and coming thing. All right, remember that. It's teaching you a lesson of if I make it through this situation, if I can make it through this situation, I know I can make it through this situation. Because something's going to come again. Something's going to hit you again harder than what hit you right here. And I told her, she said, you know what? Thank you. I needed that motivation this morning. You know I needed that motivation because I was thinking like, I need to go back to law enforcement because I need something to fall back on. I said, no. When you take that leap of faith out that clip, you falling forward, not backwards. Forget that. Leave law enforcement with that. Fall forward. Get this surgery done with your hand. Stay with Gordon. Think of it as non-existent. Think of that hand as non-existent. Find a way to manipulate and work the manual truck without your hand. Because anybody else would do it. They still working with you. They saying they can put you on medical leave and have you in the office. There's many ways they trying to keep you there to work with their system. Then take advantage of that all the way. Don't sit there and make up excuses of you think you need to go back. And she said, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear somebody say that. Because my husband was like, yeah, maybe you might need to go back in law enforcement. And she said, no, that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that today. I don't want to hear that. So the tip I'm trying to give is, it's going to be tough. Your first year in trucking, and not even your first year. In trucking, it's going to be tough. It ain't nothing easy about it. Like I said yesterday, every day is a new day. But you got to keep looking through the mirror of looking forward. The big old mirror in front of you. You is not going to get nothing accomplished looking through that rearview mirror. I heard that from Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey said, if you look in that rearview mirror, you cannot drive forward. You cannot drive forward. You're going to start running on curves, running in dishes, running out the road because you're so busy looking in the rearview mirror trying to figure out, what did I leave behind? How can I fix something back there? Leave it where it's at. You getting into the career of trucking to better yourself. The money's not going to be there your first year. Of course, it's not. But you never know what it's going to take you in the long run. And right now, my first year got me, I'm going to go and give you an example. My first year doing a local driver, like I said, I was making $12.50 every 2 weeks of being a local driver. Now I'm making almost $4,000 to $5,000 a week. Now we haven't made that $5,000 in a while, but I'm making between $35,000 to $4,000 a week being an owner op. So what is that telling you? I kept looking forward. I know I made 12 back then, but now I'm making 4. I kept looking forward. I kept striving for more. And that's growth. And for people that get mad and say, oh, you bringing that home? No, I'm not bringing that home. Use your common sense, people. Use your common sense. No, I'm not bringing that home. No, I'm not bringing that home. But my company is bringing in $4,000 a week. That's better than what I was bringing in before. That's better than what I was bringing in before. My company is making money. So if my company is making money, that means I'm making money. Because that means I know how to manage my money to make that money grow. If your company's making money, then that means you making money. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to give my exact amount to the T of what I bring home every single week. But just know that it went from making $12.50 every 2 weeks to making $4 company-wise, gross-wise, a week. So you let me know if it's worth it. And I stuck with it. I got my year out the way. I stuck with it. Now I can go wherever I want to go. No accidents within my first year. No accidents within my second year. I stuck with it. Look where I'm at now. I started my own company. Now I'm in the process of got my business plan together for we can start our fleet. That's gonna be within 3 years. You gotta move forward. You can't move forward looking in that rearview mirror, looking to see. Maybe let me hold on to this because I might need something to fall back on. Let me give you an example, another example. When I first got into trucking, I had my class B. And then I ended up getting my A. But I used to be a sub teacher, a TA, a school bus driver, and so much more. So it was time for me to renew my Class B license and my P&S endorsement. And I was like, maybe I should renew it just for I can go back and sub sometime at the high school to get a little bit of extra money. Or maybe I should renew it just in case I might have a free day or two. I'm not driving the truck after I get my fleet started and I can work in the classroom. Then I said, work in a class? I'm not doing that shit. Hell no. I said, you know what? I'm not going back to using my license to sub and school, but I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that. What the hell I'm gonna do that for? So kids can be 54 kids can be yelling, Miss Rankin, you missed my stop. Miss Rankin, can I get off right here? Miss Rankin, I'm leaving. Miss Rankin, no. Or what would I fall back on? Just keep my substitute certification to do what? Go in the classroom and be struggling to talk to these kids because they think they can talk to me any kind of way. Then I'm hopping on tables and chairs, ready to hop on somebody's child head. Honey, that's a headache. So why would I look to fall back on that and it's giving me hell? Hell no. I said, you know what? I ain't going back to getting no certification. Hell no. I'm going to keep my little trucking and let that grow from there. I'm not looking at rearview mirror. Because when I was in that rearview mirror, it was hell taking care of them kids at the high school. I mean, you got to think. When I was working at high school, you're not raising your kids. You're raising someone else's kids within a couple hours. So therefore, if that child want to get crunk and want to get all boasted with you, you can't put them paws on them like you can do yours. Okay? You can't lay them hands on them and hop across beds like you can do yours. Because you didn't raise them kids. So therefore, it's a headache because you're trying to control your mouth, your actions, your tongue, everything. You're trying to control it all because these ain't your kids. Okay? So therefore I said, I ain't doing that. I'm making great money doing trucking. I ain't doing that. I'm not going back there. I don't need that certification. I'm not doing that shit. I ain't doing that. I'm look forward. I'm gonna stick with trucking. And I told her, I said, so think about it that way. Do you want to go back to the prison system and go back to the jail system dealing with drunks coming in on a Friday afternoon, DWIs, people shitting, pissing on themselves? Do you want to deal with that every day? Having to tell them bend over, squat, cough, spread? Really? No, I said, do you want to deal with people telling you what to do, going through all the training, being in the risk of having a riot and you getting stuck in there with the inmate? So you really want to go through that? I said, think about it. And all for what? $2,500 a month. You can make that a week in trucking. I'm literally, she was sometime making $2,600 a month. A monthly salary for what you can make a week in trucking. Do you really want to go backwards? Get out looking at that rearview mirror. Stop looking at it. Exit that rearview mirror out. Exit that rearview mirror out. Look forward to looking at, yeah, you making $2,600 a month compared to you can make that a week plus more. Double that. You can make that a week your company. And then if you get another truck, double that plus that. And then if you get another truck, double that plus that. Now you got 3 trucks, and all because you stuck it out. You sacrificed being away from home. You got your training done. You sacrificed being without that one dominant hand, and you had to have surgery, but you went through a rough time. You sacrificed. All because you stopped looking at rearview mirror. So do you really want to go back to law enforcement? Do you really want to go back to, I'm about to lose that certification, and what if this don't work in trucking? It will work in trucking. You know why? Because you're going to stay motivated, you're going to stay uplifted, you're going to stay encouraged, you're going to listen to people who's going to push you to go forward and not backwards. That's one of the things that happens a lot in the Black community. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all go. If you made it this far, that means you need to subscribe if you haven't already did so. And if you haven't already did so, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up bell. One of the main things that happen in the Black community is they don't have that person telling them you can make it from this. You just because you was raised up without a father, that don't mean that you can't be a father of your kids. Well, I can't be a dad because I wasn't raised by a man. I was raised by my mama. But I don't know how to be a man. Study how to be a man. Find other guidance and study other men and watch them how they take care of their kids. Because you know their kids doing good, so that means they had to be raised somewhere good. Or my mama wasn't shit. So I don't know how to treat a woman. How you want to be treated? Don't you want to be treated with dignity and respect? Don't you want your girl to be happy every day? So now you know how to treat a doggone woman. Treat people how you want to be treated. Well, I can't really work nowhere. I ain't got no high school diploma. Well, go back and get your high school diploma. Why is it so that people are stuck right here? We do not have to be stuck right here in poverty. We had to fight to come over here. So why we got to keep fighting and we still ain't got nothing? Why we got to keep living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck and still ain't making it nowhere in life? All because that's what our mind was controlled to be. No, get out of that. If you was raised up in poverty, don't think that's all I know. No, you can know better. You just don't want to know better. Well, how about this? I'm encouraging you now to do better. Stop looking in that rearview mirror. Well, my mama was on drugs and that's why I be selling drugs. No, that's some foolishness. That's bull. Get out of that. Get out of that mentality. Your mentality needs to be to do better than what you was yesterday. Your mentality needs to be to look forward. Take that leap of faith and go forward for more. You're going to get the bumps and bruises and the falls and everything else. But your main goal is to look forward in life and not backwards. Your pain needs to be your growth. Look at that pain that you went through to be your motivation for you won't have to go through that again. So one of the main tips they don't give you in trucking is you got to stay motivated. You got to stay encouraged. They do not tell you that in trucking school. They just tell you, oh, you can make this a cent per mile, or you can travel it and go around the world, or you can have your fleet. No, they don't tell you to stay motivated. They don't tell you to stay encouraged. They don't tell you to stop looking in that rearview mirror. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you how to control yourself on this journey and getting your first year done. They don't tell you that. It's a lot you gotta go through. It's a lot of emotions. You being incarcerated, basically. You gotta lay it down for a year. I'm sorry. You ain't gonna get no job without having no experience. You ain't gonna get no job without having no experience. I don't care if it's local, OTR, I don't care if it's regional, whatever. You ain't gonna get no job without having no experience. You ain't. So if a job gonna take you just out of truck driving school, suck it up. Make it work. You're gonna go through hiccups, bumps and bruises, but make it work. You got something to fall forward to. You got a parachute that got to fly open for you can start soaring and grow in life, because you don't want to be where you was at when you was in that rearview mirror. You don't want to be where you was at years ago. You don't want to be like what you was raised. You don't want to keep fighting for something that ain't going nowhere. People fight to stay on public housing. People fight to keep food stamps. People will fight to get a social security check. Why? Why not fight for better? People really do go in there and waste hours and hours sitting there waiting to do paperwork. Why not take them couple hours, work a second job, stack your money up, learn how to manage your money, and then you can find one job that can fit your needs. But the hours you spend doing all this paperwork, that could have been hours you spending working a little part-time job, getting money and putting it somewhere else, paying off a bill that was overdue, or paying off a medical bill that was hurting your credit, or something like that. Why? Just speaking facts. I always go back and read all my comments. I'm sorry, when I get into my motivational speaking, I don't really read the comments, but I always go back and watch all my videos so I can learn how to do better the next video. I hope this video is very motivating and very uplifting. I always remember, stay focused. The only person you need to worry about is yourself, because once you put yourself into a selfish zone, then it's making you more focused on what you're doing wrong, what you need to fix, and what need to be your target points. Don't worry about what nobody else got going on. So that's why I don't come on here on YouTube and be like, I got this. I got 5 trucks. I got this. I'm living in this house. And I bought this over here. I got this, that. I don't come on here doing that shit. You know why? Because what I got ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't got a damn thing. You ain't got to pay none of them bills. You ain't got to. I don't got to do that. I ain't here to broadcast. I'm here to help and uplift. Okay? Because I'm focused on me. And I know with me helping and uplifting and motivating, that gets me through the day. Because it helps me stay motivated. It helps me stay uplifted. And me helping out somebody else. I got a phone call after I got off the phone with her. I got another phone call from someone else saying, you know what? You are the topic of discussion today. And I said, why, girl? She was like, because I needed somebody to motivate me. And you just sent me a congratulations for something I did. And I really need to hear that. And I was like, you know what? I am a good person. I see myself good. And she was like, and then Ursula just called and told me that she talked to you and you helped her out. So she said, that's 2 people that you done helped out this morning. And I said, you know what? You right, girl. I did just get off the phone with Ursula this morning, girl. And then you know what I did when I got off the phone with her and stopped texting her? I text all my girls and I said, good morning. Have a blessed day. I love you. So that I know whenever they wake up, somebody love me. I might woke up to some bullshit this morning, but somebody care about me. I might went to sleep mad last night, but when I woke up, somebody said they love me. Somebody got me on their mind. Just speaking fast. I am your girl, Clarissa Rankin. Made it to the end of this video. Don't forget to press subscribe to the Rankins World channel. Also, don't forget to follow your girl on Instagram at I am Clarissa Rankin. And follow my husband, Joey, at _the Sipper Guy on IG. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.